Good morning. I am back at Onyx Summit. A trail angel just dropped me off. I spent last night in town at Big Bear to avoid the wind and the cold. And so I'm gonna recommence from where I left off and hike to Highway 18, which is the other access into Big Bear. So I'm back at the junction with the PCT. It's just a short walk up from the highway. It's just as windy as it was yesterday. The storm clouds are still coming in. You probably can't see it in the glare, but there's a chance of rain this afternoon. So I hope to finish today's hike before that comes. It's low 30s, if not below freezing right now. So I'm gonna get hiking and try to get warm. All of a sudden I've come across this rock fall. Rocks that are totally unlike the rest of the trail. It's almost as if they were dumped here. Just a little section of it. Looking down over Big Bear. To the right is the dry Baldwin Lake, and the left is Big Bear. My handy dandy thermometer says it's about 25 degrees. There's a tree with some signs on it. I'm having a hard time seeing because I gotta keep my hat on to keep warm. And it's probably even colder than the 25 with the frigid wind when it blows. My legs are going numb. But it's a bright sunny day and it will get warmer soon. It should be up to the 40s by the time I finish. So it is an adventure today. The trees up here are amazing. They're stunted, but they have such sculptural arms twisting in all different directions. I'm taking tons and tons of photographs of them. I don't think I've ever seen a cactus like this before. Unique to me, especially with those red flowers. Most flowers are pink or yellow. Huh. Looks like this is a very recent fall. It's right along the trail. I'm going to have to find my way through all the down branches. It's me. Inside all this, it's daylight. And I'm slat packing. So my backpack is very light. Means that I'm just carrying the bare essentials that I need for today's hike. Water, food. I left everything else in my hotel room. So my bag's nice and light. Hey Mom, this is Ziggy. Tell me about last night.
Last night, it got very cold. All my water froze, and I woke up with snow coming down all over me. And I was cowboy camping, so I didn't even have my tent up. Everything I had was covered in snow.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm so glad I stayed in a hotel last night. I didn't think about water potentially freezing. It's crazy. 2 days ago, it was in the high 90s, and today, it's in the high 20s. Aristeri Trail Camp. Picnic tables. And there's actually a little corral there and a water trough for horses. It's 10:15 and I've gone 5.5 miles. And it's almost 40 degrees, so it is warming up nicely. There's a lot more water in this section than I've seen in a couple of days. I'm gonna have to be careful not to get my feet wet. Here's another rockfall, but this time of darker gray stone. Almost exactly like the previous one. Occasionally there's something falling from the sky. I think it might be snow. Yep. It's snowing. I just had two hikers ahead of me yelling it out to each other. A little water crossing in the snow. I've come down out of the trees and now it looks like I'm in the desert. Except for all those clouds overhead. We don't have those in the desert very often. That's Zoltan and Ziggy in the front. They got a bit off trail, which is why I have passed them. Now they just passed me. Just checking in. I'm at PCT mile 261.8 and about 9 3/4 Allison miles. This is a new kind of gate to cross. I guess it's to keep bikes and motorbikes out. Oh, and it's snowing again. Little tiny little droplets. There's Joshua trees up here. I didn't realize that. Some ominous clouds behind me. I think that's the west. I'm going to assume they look worse than they are. I was wrong. It's coming down now. It's kind of a snowy hail. It got cold, and I don't have a proper rain jacket. I have this windbreaker, which is good for light drizzle, and I got a plastic poncho. So, fingers crossed it doesn't get too bad. It's proper snowing now.
Look how blue and sunny it is over there.
Yeah, that's being an optimist.
What is this? I woke up to this and I'm like...
My snow only lasted about 10 minutes. But it's gotten chilly, so I'm going to leave my third layer on. It's about 40. I can show you that's, I think, Lucerne Valley. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I think it is. I just passed 12 miles, about a mile and a half, maybe 2 to go. You can see the trail swooping across. There's the boys. And it goes across and up and over there. Well, my luck didn't hold out. I'm about half a mile from the highway and another little mini blizzard has struck, and it looks like it might last a bit longer. So I'm gonna scurry to the finish line. There's a beautiful large house there with lots of outbuildings. And to the right, it looks like a water wheel well. I assume that's from olden times. And they have their own windmill. Here's your trail register and lots of notes to hikers. You got this, stay strong. I'm just reaching Highway 18, which means my hike is done. Just over 14 Allison miles. This is a trailhead. That's coming from Big Bear. Unfortunately, this is a road going into Big Bear and it's a sharp curve. So if I stand on the other side of the road, people aren't going to see me. So I'm going to try to hitch on this side of the road. We'll see what happens. Well, a nice couple in a black Mercedes picked me up. They were on a little road trip from San Diego. They had stopped in Desert Hot Springs and coming here to Big Bear. So they let me off at 7-Eleven. I got some water and milk and some other supplies. And I have about a half a mile walk back to my hotel.